Hello there, welcome along to round 4 of the CC Sim Teams Championship, and this week we are at the Nürburgring GP circuit. Qualifying has taken place, so the first 10-minute qualifying session for tonight's action, and we'll run through the results for that before we get the action underway. So it was Ashboy who takes pole, 1 minute 55.089 there for him. Richie there in second, LB Racing there in third, Audio Muted fourth, Sprinkler in fifth, Gear Kayla in sixth, Spitfire CC in seventh, finalised in eighth, followed by in ninth Samaruto, 10th was Hitachi Robbie, 11th Richard Pugh, and in 12th was Fee, and then Sedge there in 13th. Having a qualifying ban for last week. This week, unfortunately, Red Spectre wasn't able to make it, so unfortunately, Red was missing from this week, as well as ISA, as well, and Southpaw. So a couple of teams only with one driver in this race. It's going to be interesting. Let's get the action underway here then, and as we've got all of the drivers lined up on the grid. And it's lights out in the way they go. Ash leading the way with Richie there in second. Porsches obviously are not the quickest off the line. It does look like Ash doing a great job defending there. Emerson going around the outside line. Audio Muted jumps up into third there for a second, but then LB Racing gets the better drive off the corner. So Richie there in second leading round. LB Racing in third. Audio in fourth in the CC Sim Racing car. Spitfire there in fifth, finalised in sixth. So finalised as the front runner on the medium tyres. So that's definitely something to watch out on. He's the highest car at the moment on the medium tyres. So different strategy there from finalised. Then you've got Samaruto there in seventh. He's on the mediums as well. Gear Kayla on the mediums and the Porsche. Samaruto getting a little bit squirrely there on the exit of the corner. Robbie there in ninth on the mediums as well. Richard Pugh. So Richard Pugh has stepped in for D-Man in temperature. So LB Racing, because of the driver change, have elected to change their car as well. So the LB Racing second team have moved over to the BMW M6. And then we've got Sedge there in 11th. Craig there in 12th. So Craig rocked back a couple of places at the start there, but it's on the mediums as well, so going longer into this race with everyone else in front of him, up as far as finalised, and then Fee there in 13th on the mediums as well. So definitely two groups of people developing here. So you've got the front five are all on the softs to start with. There's a great shot of the three Porsches bouncing over that curve there. So Ashwoy leading the way at the moment, coming round to complete lap 1 of the 30-minute race. For anyone that's new to the series, you've got to use the medium and soft tyre, so both tyres are mandatory in the race. You can pit as many times as you want. You do it as a 30-minute race, so normally it'll be a one-stop strategy. Richie running a bit wide, then taking out a cone. That brings LB Racing back up onto the back of the fight for the second place spot, but it is Ashwoy who's got a tiny bit of a gap, not too much at the moment, but is out in front. Obviously without his teammate Red Spectre here this week, it's not going to be another 1-2 for the CC Sim team, as Ash comes round the middle part of the track, coming down towards the bottom hairpin. Richie there in second, LB Racing there in third, Audio still in fourth, holding off Sprinkler in fifth. So the highest ranked non-Porsche car at the moment, Sprinkler there in fifth, finalised in sixth on the mediums, doing a great job keeping up with the front five here. Samaruto there in seventh on the mediums as well. Gear Kayla having a look around behind, trying to find a way past that BMW. Robbie there in ninth, Richard Pugh in 10th with a train behind him at the moment. Craig looking up the inside there behind. Going for the old switcheroo there, gets switcheroo done, and that's a place up on centre, making grounds back up through the pack. Nissan behind the BMW. We know how quick this Nissan can be in a straight line. Richard covered it off well into the chicanes. Oh! And was that a bit of a locker there from centre? Went almost into the back of Craig there. No damage for either drivers. Craig getting up the inside of Richard for position there. Richard getting the better drive off the exit though, from taking the racing line around the corner. So it is just going to be a flat out drag race between the two. Coming down into the bottom hairpin, Craig's on the inside line. Later on the brakes from Craig, makes it stick and he's up into 10th place. Brilliant move there from Craig. So Craig now in 10th, Richard in 11th, Sergio in 12th, and Fee just come around in 13th. Let's go back to the leaders. So Ash still out in front. Nice little bit of a comfortable gap over there in second. So it's LB Racing up into second now. So leading the way round the bottom corner. Beautiful shot there from the cameraman. And power on up the hill and into the distance. So Richie there coming through in third. Sprinkler up into fourth. So Sprinkler's made a move, I believe, at the bottom of the hill and has got up into fourth. So just coming around the top part of the track. Now, tricky corner this one. If you run out wide, you do get a penalty through here. And then this one as well. You don't want to run wide on the exit because gravel sucks you in. Sprinkler moving around a bit there. Oh, he's moving over, so it looks like he's letting audio back pass. It may have been a bit of contact in that move. Sprinkler and audio back pass for position. Finalised there in sixth, doing a phenomenal job on these mediums. Don't know how he's holding out to keep up the pace here with everyone in front on medium tyres. As we see him move in front, is that Sprinkler going back past? So he gave the position back, waited a little bit, and then took it straight back off audio. So Sprinkler up into fourth, audio in fifth, finalised in sixth. Sam Ruto and Gear Kayla going for a drag race now. BMW seems to be quite shifty in a straight line. Sam Ruto making the move there. Gear Kayla going up the inside, going for a cutback. And now Sam Ruto is still in front there. Craig still up in ninth, got a nice little bit of a gap building up to Richard Pugh there in 10th. Sergio in 11th and Fee there in 12th. We missing someone? Yeah, I believe. Looks like we are missing Robbie. I believe his connection did drop out. So unfortunately we have lost Robbie in this race, I believe. Let's have a look through the list here. So there's myself in second, Richie there in third, Sprinkler in fourth, Audio Muted fifth, finalised in sixth, Sam Ruto in seventh, Gear Kayla in eighth, and then Craig in ninth, Richard Pugh in 10th, Sergio in 11th, and Fee in 12th. So yeah, unfortunately we have lost Robbie due to that connection problem for him. Ashboy leading the way at the moment, but it is LB Racing behind with the fastest lap of the race so far, 55.405. So hunting Ash down in front. Ash just about to cross the line. Almost gets the fastest lap, 55.473 there from Ash. That's Porsche 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. Then Nissan, McLaren, BMW, and then another Porsche. But the 4 Porsches that are out in front are on the soft tyres. So they will have to go onto the mediums at the tyre change. Great watching Ash Boy come around these corners, watching his lines through here. Hustling that Porsche. Let's go down, you just see LB Racing there in the distance, and then Richie just come around that corner as well in third place. Ash absolutely ringing the Porsche out on this lap. Beautiful shot as it comes round the bottom corner. The glow of the brakes there. And he is purple. He is 2.81 tenths up at the moment. Can he keep this together to get the fastest lap of the race? Obviously, extra 0.4 fastest lap. Definitely something to go for with that. Great use of the curbs on the exit. He's half a second up now. He is flying on this lap, is Ash. Just the last corner and the chicane here. Nails his line through the chicane. Nice little hit of the bollard through the middle there. That's exactly the line you want to get on. Use that curb, swing the car in, get it tight to the wall. Get on the power as early as you dare so the back end doesn't step out. As he punches it for the line, it's a 1 minute 54.788. That is a phenomenal lap there from Ash. Great lap there from him. And comfortably out in the lead at the moment. We're racing come around the first corner there in second. Richie there in third in the Porsche as well, doing a great job on the fuel levels, as he always does. Always seems to have a pit stop strategy, which always brings him into it at the end of the race. Already muted in fourth, so already muted up into fourth. Sprinkler there in fifth. Finalised, just hanging back there on the mediums, waiting to pounce. He's definitely going to be a contender when the pit stops come in. He's going to become a front-running contender in this race. Kayla in 7th, Craig in 8th. That's Sam Ruto dropping back a couple of places. Sam Ruto down there in 9th, Rich Pugh in 10th. Sedge there in 11th. And Fee there in 12th, just coming through the complex part of the track. Just after the first corner onto the little bit of the, I wouldn't really call it a back straight, but it's quite a substantial straight. It's not too much shorter than the start-finish straight here, but obviously the back straight would be the bit down the hill with a little kink in it. It is a corner, but not really a corner, because you obviously don't have to brake going around it. Heat haze there at the Nürburg. Coming down the hills, Fee coming into the bottom part of the track. Currently on the medium, so Fee will be going on to the softs after the pit stop. There's Ash still out in the lead. Doing a great job in that Porsche. The sun glistening off it as it comes through the first corner. Great use of the curb on the exit there. Just listen to these Porsches come through the corners. They just have so much traction, the Porsche does, compared to some of the other cars on the game. Obviously not the quickest in a straight line, but great on traction out of corners, especially on part-worn tyres like these guys are on at the moment. Well, Richie's tyres look pretty much brand new at this point, not taking that much life out of them at all. Already muted there in fourth. Sprinkler hunting down on fifth, but tyres looking a little bit worse for wear now. Finalised with hardly any tyre wear at all in the McLaren, doing 1 minute 57 after 1 minute 57 on those tyres. Kayla on the mediums as well, up in 7th. Craig there in 8th. Sam Ruto just coming through as well in 9th. Thatcher in 10th. Rich Pugh in 11th. And Fee there in 12th. Let's go back to Ash, who's just completing another lap. So 13.5 minutes gone in this race, so I believe it's around now we might start to see the first lot of pit stops. 8 laps completed, so approaching the halfway stage of the race. Normally around this time that we start to see people potentially jumping into the pits. Don't believe we've got anyone in on this lap. I don't think it is long until we see... I believe we do have Craig into the pits. So we will go down the order until we get to Craig and have a look at that. So Racing there in second, Richie there in third, Audio fourth, Sprinkler in fifth, Finalised in sixth, Gear Kayla seventh now. That is Samaruto jumping up to eighth at the pit stops. Craig just coming to a stop now in the pits. Pit crew getting to work. Getting that refueling, and Richard Pugh in the pits as well, and Sedge in the pits also. So 3 cars currently in the pits at the moment. As Craig then is completely filled up and away and out the pits. Obviously, we've got to be careful not to cross the white line. Bit of an awkward pit exit here at Nürburgring. You are on the opposite side of the racing line. Sedge getting away well there. Richard Pugh just finishing up the refueling stage. So refueled there and away. So it's Richard Pugh there in 12th, Sedge in 11th, Craig in 10th, Fee up into 9th with the first round of pit stops. Samaruto running 8th currently, Gear Kayla in 7th, Finalised in 6th, Sprinkler in 5th coming into the pits, Finalised behind as well coming into the pits. Audio Muted staying out, so Audio Muted going to gain a couple of places here. So Audio Muted moving up into 2nd because LB Racing's coming to the pits. Just coming to a stop now, getting the tyre change going from the softs onto the medium, chucking on the set of mediums, getting the fuel underway. It's going to be a race here between Richie and LB Racing because Richie is already fueling, so is LB Racing, but Richie's got more fuel on board, so we'll jump down to him and see what's going on there. So Richie in the pits refueling, coming up to 60% fuel. Who's going to be the first to make the jump and leave the pits? So Richie leaving on 79%, is it enough? He's come up just behind, so has made up a lot of ground there in the pit stops with less fueling, but it's still just behind on the road. Sprinkler leaving the pits, 75% fuel there for Sprinkler, just getting out of the pits, but Finalised only just behind on the softs. Samaruto in the pits as well, just at the refueling stage also, and Fee coming into the pits as well. Samaruto going for a full tank of fuel. So Samaruto just leaving the pits. Fee just getting some new tyres on for Fee. That's just Richard Pugh coming around the last corner. And back up into 11th spot. So we now have Ash in the pits as well, so it should be Ash and Audio. I would imagine Audio will be in this lap as well. So Audio just coming into the pits, and probably Gear Kayla as well, I would presume, on this lap also. And Gear Kayla coming into the pits as well, so El Racing there, and Richie coming up fast to the pit stoppers, see if they can get back a couple of these places that they lost from the early pit stop. Are they going to close up on Ash, or has Ash done enough here doing that extra lap to get out in front? Everybody's coming around the last corner, followed by Richie as they power on to the start-finish straight. You can see the packed grandstands there in the distance. Ash just leaving the pits there. So Richie there up into third. Elwood Racing still in second, but Ash has got out now on the mediums in first still, so has come out of that with a little bit of a gap there. Richie there in third. Sprinkler in fourth on the mediums. Let's watch that great shot as it comes through the first corner. And finalised there in fifth. Finalised on the soft, so finalised making ground up now. He's got that soft tyre on, is able to push hard on it, as we only have 11 minutes left of racing action here at Nürburgring. Audio in 6th on the mediums now. Giacela on the softs in 7th there, as Giacela got enough to catch up to Audio at the end of the race. Craig there in 8th on the softs as well. Sedge in 9th on the softs. Sam Ruto on the softs, Richard Pugh on the softs as well, and Fee on the softs as well. So it's roles reversed now. So you've got the front 4 are on the mediums, then finalised on the softs, Audio on the mediums, and everyone else on the softs behind that as well. So role reversed now. The group that were out in front pulling away at the start, and now on the mediums are going to be going slower on this lap. Or these laps, not this lap. These laps, because the soft tyre I reckon is probably worth a good 1.5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds at a push. As we see, because Ash is coming round now on his out lap, so we'll see Ash's next lap what Ash can do on these tyres. But Elrace behind has done a 1 minute 57, so it's lost about, well, compared to his best lap, 2 seconds. Basically there, 1 minute 58.4. Sprinkler coming through in the 57.8 there for Sprinkler, so doing well on the mediums. Finalised a 57.1 on his first lap on the softs, so taking about 7/10 out of Sprinkler on that lap. Audio muted, just come through. You can see these guys in the distance, and not too far off the back of this group, and Giacela on the softs, not too far behind as well. Let's see where Ash is and how he is getting. We will make our way back up to him. So finalised in 5th, still hunting down. Sprinkler in 4th. Richie there in 3rd. El Racing in 2nd. Not much of a gap between these two at the moment, fighting for 2nd place. And Ash there in the lead. Comfortable lead for Ash at this point in the race. And we'll watch Ash finish out this lap, see what his lap times are like on the medium tyre. Coming up towards the last corner. And Ash currently doing 57.5 on his out lap. And we're racing behind, just about to cross the line, of 59.584, so not a great lap there. Richie there in 3rd currently at the moment. Still on board with Richie for a little bit. Has got damage, so has looks maybe gone off or hit the wall somewhere, because has got front aero and front wheel damage for Richie, so that's not going to help him in his pursuit of 2nd place in this race. As you can see, dropped back a few seconds there. So is Richie going to be able to hang on to 3rd place now with that damage? Was going for 2nd potentially, and obviously now dropping back there. So Sprinkler in 4th, finalised in 5th. Giacela in 6th at the moment. So Giacela has got in front of Audio. So Giacela up into 6th, doing a great job in the Porsche there. So it is all Porsches apart from the one McLaren in 5th at the moment. Audio muted in 7th. Sedge up into 8th, which is great since started at the back of the pack, obviously, with the qualifying ban. San Marino in 9th, Rich Pugh in 10th, and Fee in 11th. So we are missing someone. So it looks like we have lost Craig in this race. So maybe some connection issues this afternoon. Obviously, we've lost Robbie earlier on in the race as well. Ash just come around to complete another lap. We've got 6 minutes left in this race, so not long left at all. Just under 2-minute laps. So Ash coming round to complete another lap does another 1 minute 56.730 there for Ash. Racing about to cross the line. 1 minute 59.6, and then 1 minute 59.7 there for Richie. Sprinkler just behind, but Finalize has caught up now on the softs. Finalize into the 1 minute 56s. So Finalize just behind. Got that extra grip to be able to. Oh, Sprinkler getting a little bit sideways on the curve there. And it's going to be a great battle between these two. His mediums are getting soft. Sprinkler holding a defensive position there, coming in tricky corners on the medium, so I think Finalize is going to have some great traction coming off all of these corners now. So you can see his McLaren just getting closer and closer. Great shot there on the McLaren as he powers on up the hill. McLaren against Porsche. Is that bold strategy of starting on the mediums going to pay off for Finalize? It's going to get a great run going down this back straight on the Porsche. It's the Porsche not the fastest car in a straight line. The McLaren quite slippery in a straight line. You see him getting closer and closer and closer. Just not enough to get alongside at the moment. Over the chicane they go, on towards the start-finish straight. Great battle between these two at the moment. Sprinkler a little bit wide on the entrance. Finalize tucking the car up the inside. Not enough to get there, but slips right back into the slipstream. Coming down the start-finish straight. Is he going to have enough to get past Sprinkler at this point? Looks quite not far enough back, but moves out. Goes for the move up the inside. Sprinkler tries to cut back. It's not enough. It looks like Finalize has done it. So Finalize up into 4th place there. So it's Finalized in 4th now. Sprinkler in 5th. Gear Kayla in 6th. Putting in some great lap times there in the Porsche. Gear Kayla catching up to the back of Sprinkler in 5th now. Audio muted in 7th. Sergio in 8th, not too far behind Audio. San Marino, half-second penalty for San Marino in 9th at the moment. Rich Pugh in 10th. And then you've got Fee just behind in 11th. Just under 3 minutes left in this race. Ash Roy currently in the lead with quite a commanding gap. So Ashway in the lead at the moment. A nice little gap back to we're racing in 2nd. Imagine still hold off Richie in 3rd. So Richie there in 3rd with the damage. We're racing a little bit less fuel on board at the moment. Is this going to be enough fuel to finish out the race? We should be heading towards 2 minutes remaining now, so it should be one more lap of racing here. As they come on to what will probably be the last lap, unless they manage to pull out an absolutely stellar lap on the medium. So Richie in 3rd, Finalize in 4th, pulled out a little bit of gap to Sprinkler in 5th, coming down the south in the straight. Gear Kayla in 6th, Audio muted in 7th. Sedger in 8th, Sam Ruto in 9th, Richard Pugh in 10th, and Fee in 11th. Fee just getting the blue flags and moving nice out of the way over the grass there for Ash Roy as Ash comes round in the lead. Potentially Ash might have enough time here to do one more lap. So Ash coming round. In first place. Well, it's going to probably be the last lap, so we'll jump back to Ash in a moment. Everything at the bottom of the hill there with Richie just behind. So Richie closing up the gap, I'd say, with that damage. Finalised in 4th, Sprinkler in 5th, Gear Kayla in 6th. Personal best there for Gear Kayla. Audio metered 7th. Sedge in 8th, Sam Ruto 9th currently. Richard Pugh in 10th and Fee in 11th as Ash Roy comes round. Is Ash going to get another lap in? He's got 20 seconds to do so. So probably Ash is going to get another lap in here. He's got the fuel. Ash Roy crosses the line in first, but will get another lap in. LB Racing coming round the last corner. These guys will not get another lap in because the 13-minute counter has just dropped. So this will be the final lap. So LB Racing going to cross the line in second place with Richie in third behind. Finalised in 4th. Sprinkler there in 5th. With Gear Kayla just behind in 6th. Audio muted just coming round the last corner. So Audio muted crossing the line to take 7th place. The number 7 car in 7th. Sedger in 8th was catching up to Audio at the end there on his racing soft tyres. A great job from Sedger, obviously no qualifying for him, so did come from last up to 8th. Samaruto just rounding out the last corner. So Samaruto in 8th, Richard Pugh in 10th, just coming around the last corner as well. Great first race there for Richard, new to the team. Great job getting 10th place. Fee there in 11th, and Ash just driving around on his last lap, his victory lap. Qualified on pole, got the fastest lap, and is going to take the race win here at Nürburgring because everyone else behind has finished. So congratulations to Ash, who is going to take the win here at round number 4 of the championship. So the halfway point, Ash taking the win. Let's have a look at the drivers table to begin with. So obviously with respect to missing this round, it is Ash Roy who jumps up into the lead there with 93 points. Red Spectre dropping down to second with 76. Richie there on 74 in third. Finalised in 4th on 62. He'll be racing in 5th. Best round of the season so far with 60 points. Sprinkler there in 6th with 51. Audio muted 46. Southport 44, obviously with the missing the last round this round. Gear Kayla there on 43. Spitfire CC on 40, and then after that it's Sedge there on 35, Robbie on 39, Sam Root on 22, Fee there on 19, Richard Pugh on 8, and Isa there on in 16th with 5 points. As we jump on over to the teams table, so it's still a CC Sim Racing Team 1 in first, 169 points. LB Racing Team 1 have jumped up into second with 111 points. Roadrunners in third on 106 points. And then you've got the Blue Blue Tuners there on 92. CC Sim Team 2 there on 86 in 5th place. 6th spot is Ghost Rider on 64. And then ISA Esports in 7th on 48 points. And then LB Racing Team 2 on 36 points. Thank you for tuning in and watching this week. We're back again next week for round 5. So obviously as well, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications. We're back again next week for another one. But in the meantime, check out these videos that will be popping up on your screen now. Obviously, you can go back and watch any of the other rounds that have previously been if you haven't watched them before. And there'll be a link as well in the video to the Aston Martin Championship if you missed any of that from all of us here at CC Sim Racing. Cheers for watching. I've been LB Racing, and I'll catch you in the next one.